Good morning, everyone. On this Friday, April 18th, I'm Tanya Rivero.
Hello, everyone. We made it to Friday. We're here. I'm Shirley Delica. We're also taking you live inside the New York International. How are you, Dani?
Yes.
And our AccuWeather forecast. If you know we want to, ride in a drop top.
Oh. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
We
that
got a
kind
good
of vibe?
forecast for you. Yeah, well, the good news this morning is the fact that it's Friday. The great news is that our forecast looks great into the weekend. The best news is probably the fact, for parents at least, the kids go back to school next week. So make it through the holiday weekend. Things are looking good. 50 degrees right now on our Friday morning. We're waking up to sunny skies across the tri-state. But not everyone is feeling this mild this morning. I mean, check out the range in temperature. Sub-freezing in Sussex and Morristown, 31 in Somerville, 32 in Newburgh, where the park is sitting at 50. So although some spots are quite cold this morning, all of us warm nicely heading into this afternoon. Just got to make it past the frost advisory for the East End this morning and Central and South Jersey. Middlesex, Monmouth, Ocean, and Mercer counties, this expires at 8 a.m. Same for the East End. High pressure in control. We're starting with sunshine this morning, but high clouds will stream in this afternoon as a breezy wind picks up. Now that that's out of the way, let's focus on temperature because that is a bright spot. Even milder today than where we landed yesterday. Puts us in the mid to upper 60s for a lot of the area. Some spots even hitting the 70s today, a little further inland. So fantastic for your Friday. Gets even better tomorrow. Temperatures in the 80s to start our Easter weekend. Yes, a mostly cloudy sky, but that temp is warm enough to get outside. A little cooler for Easter Sunday itself, but still above the seasonal average. I'll have the full forecast as we head into the weekend coming up in a few minutes, but got to get you out the door this morning. How's it?
Can you believe it's celebrating 125 years?
It's incredible,
and
really.
Can you check out Janice Yu? Styling. Just loving all of it, aren't you, Janice?
I know. I was asking our photographer Marvin if I look cool next to this, but I want to show you guys. So this is the all-electric Cadillac Escalade. We were just laughing just now. Look how tall these tires are. It's the length of my legs, so that's also crazy. So where we are right now, where this Cadillac is the EV test track, and so this is actually one of the cars that you'll be able to test drive here on this track. So there are Cadillacs here, there are Volkswagens, Chevys, all different kinds. So this year, the fleet of EV vehicles that you can try out on the track is, I think, 18, which is more than it has ever been. And so, yeah, I mean, you can tell these are EV, right? They have the charging things here. I don't have an EV car, so I'm not entirely sure how those things work. But yeah, take a look around. So this is going to be packed in a few hours because you can sign up, you can come do. Okay, so this is you can tell I like these cars because I haven't moved from them. The black one that I showed you earlier, this is kind of a pearly silver-ish color, kind of depends on the light. But guys, these are amazing. I wish they were open so I could show you guys the inside, but it's absolutely beautiful. So again, if you come out here, doors open at 10. This is the first day that this will be open to the public. You can buy tickets online. You can buy them here in person. Expect large crowds. I was here just hanging out a few years ago. A lot of people, but there's so much to look at. And as I mentioned earlier, if you're like some of us and have been slacking on getting the real ID, you can get that taken care of here. The New York DMV is going to be here. They're going to be processing real IDs. So you can do that. You can check out all the cars. You can eat some food. It'll be a great, great time. I'll send it back to you guys live at the Javits Center. Janice Yu, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Hey, Janice, not so fast. Not so fast. I got to ask you a question. Are you confident behind the wheel of a car?
Oh, depends on who you ask.
Such a New Yorker.
Such a New Yorker, Janice.
My husband might say something different.
All right, so yeah, everybody hang on to your hats when she's test driving the vehicle later.
Those are expensive cars, Janice.
Y'all
Remember
really
that.
want to tune in on mornings at 10. Thank you, Janice.
Thanks so much for that.
And we invite you to tune in tomorrow for our 1-hour special In the Fast Lane. Lee Goldberg, Ryan Field, and Brittany Bell take us inside the auto show. It airs tomorrow night at 7 right here on Channel 7, and we are streaming on ABC 7 NY.
So much fun. All right, so you are never more than 7 minutes away from weather and traffic.
Oh
and Dani Beckstrom is here with the lovely forecast, right?
Oh my gosh, that was so funny. Jen is too real.
I know.
I am bad at so many things. I am worst at driving.
No.
I'm a terrible driver.
Can't
And because of that, I don't need a Bugatti or a Rolls Royce. I'll just take a Porsche. I'm so low maintenance. Okay, getting you outside on this Friday morning, quite the range in temperature, a 20-degree spread between Morristown and Central Park. We are sub-freezing in many of our suburbs this morning at the freezing mark for Newburgh, 37 for White Plains. Even though it's a colder start, check out that forecast high, 67. So we've got about 3 degrees on yesterday, and yesterday was beautiful. So a lot to look forward to on this Good Friday. Yes, we're starting sunny. We'll get some high clouds streaming in as a breezy wind picks up this afternoon, but those high clouds don't keep us from warming, topping out in the mid to upper 60s today. Some of our interior spots even making it to the 70s. Gorgeous as we close out the week, and even better tomorrow. Won't look as nice under a mostly cloudy sky with a few spot showers and a breezy wind tomorrow, but the temperature feels fantastic. Highs are in the 80s for your Saturday. Tomorrow night's spotty rain, that's a cold front moving through. It does drop us to the upper 60s for Easter Sunday, but it's not cold enough to keep you indoors. I'll have the full weekend forecast for you coming up. But Heather, how's the morning commute so far?
The morning commute is buildings with more than 30 units. Officials say they will use this time to do more education and outreach because it is absolutely necessary.
It is. And by the way, so I'm curious, Dani, you're in the city. How's your building doing with composting?
We have one compost bin in the the service elevator area.
And it's working? Everybody's doing their part?
No, but thank you for asking.
I'm asking because I put my composting out religiously every week, and it doesn't always get picked up.
Hence why they are pausing the rules, because clearly there's some kinks working out. My family and, you know, friends out in Queens talking about how you know, some things aren't getting picked up, like their yard waste in the clear plastic bags.
Yes, and listen, it's a great thing.
It is.
It is a good thing. We just need it to actually happen.
It's got to work. The system has to work.
Very good point.
We'll keep watching.
It is a good thing, but we got to make it
Should we get you outside?
intuitive.
Let's go
Can we do
outside
that?
for sure.
Happy Friday. Let's start with that. First and foremost, it's Friday, so we got that going for us. We also have this nice forecast going for us. Look at this sunrise. The sun is officially up.
We could just look at that
Does
all
this
day.
make you want to sing Lion King? You know what I mean? Do you want to go for it, Charlene?
Yeah.
Yep.
No.
I could see you. I could see that song locked and loaded, Charlene.
You know I
Stunning.
can't help myself.
50 degrees on this Friday morning, but it's not that mild everywhere. We are still seeing some chilly spots. I want to start down the shore. I know a lot of people are thinking Jersey Shore when you hear highs in the 80s this weekend, but Point Pleasant this morning starting cold at 37, Sayreville at 36, Asbury Park a little better at 44. As you look north and west of the city, we're seeing some spots at or below the freezing mark. Poughkeepsie at 30 this morning, 32 degrees in Andover. So it is quite cold for many of our suburbs, including on Long Island at 35 degrees in Islip. Everywhere, though, feeling much better come this afternoon. I do want to mention that our south-facing shores will stay cooler with wind out of the south coming right off the water today. So places like Bridgeport and Islip staying in the low 60s. But our interior spots, 70s for Newburgh, for Sussex, for Morristown, mid-70s even for Morristown. Looking highs down the shore today, 67 in Belmar, close to 70 in Toms River, Manalapan at 73 today, Old Bridge a forecast high of 74. So beautiful afternoon ahead with much milder conditions, but some of these spots are awfully chilly this morning. It's the reason for that frost advisory in Middlesex, Monmouth, Ocean, and Mercer County until 8 a.m. The east end of Long Island also under a frost advisory until 8. So this morning is chilly, but just give it a few hours. We're warming up nicely with high pressure still in control of the forecast. You do see some high cloud cover off to our north and west. That slides through this afternoon and will filter the sunshine at times, but it won't keep us from warming up. So sunny skies to start, mix of sun and high clouds this afternoon. It's a breezy wind increases, but look at these temperatures. It'll be so nice as you head out and about today. Low 70s for our interior spots, south-facing shores in the low 60s. In the park today, mid to upper 60s. Clouds continue to increase and thicken up overnight into tomorrow morning. So it's a mostly cloudy start to our Saturday and very mild. We'll wake up to temps in the 50s tomorrow, and that's our starting spot. Imagine how warm we'll be this afternoon. You don't have to imagine it. I'll show you. Highs tomorrow afternoon, top out in the low 80s for many of us. Now, you're also seeing some showers swing through. Second half of our Saturday, we do expect some spotty rain and a breezy wind. That associated with a cold front that does knock us down more than 10 degrees between Saturday and Sunday. But considering the fact that tomorrow we're more than 15 above normal, even that drop in temperature keeps us above average for Easter. So it looks fantastic for the entire holiday weekend, including today with that sunny and cool start. Beautiful afternoon with highs in the mid to upper 60s under filtered sunshine. Yes, it's on the breezy side today, but not windy enough to keep you indoors. Tonight, mostly cloudy and very mild, and tomorrow, downright warm. Low 80s, even with that mostly cloudy sky. Watch out for a few sprinkles tomorrow night, but not planned ruining rain. And then that front knocks us to the upper 60s on Easter Sunday, but still great for those Easter egg hunts under a mix of sun and clouds with a lighter wind. Cooler conditions will filter in for Monday, so we drop.
Are you ready for some Hockey?
Oh, yes, I am.
You're a hockey family.
I'm a hockey mom. I had two boys that played hockey.
The first round of both, well, we are going to do, you know, the NBA and NHL playoffs because both are happening this weekend. We got a couple of hometown teams going for the champions. So you're going to start with basketball,
Absolutely.
Right? Ooh, looking good. First, let's talk to you, Dani, about our AccuWeather forecast. I'm actually really loving it.
I'm thinking it's a great Friday forecast for a Good Friday, right? Fantastic conditions heading into the holiday weekend. It all starts this morning where it's fairly mild in New York City, 50 degrees right now, sunny as the sun rises this morning, but not everywhere is feeling this warm. Check out some of our suburbs starting at or below the freezing mark in Newburgh, in Sussex, Morristown, Somerville, Poughkeepsie. So it is chilly. I would say a coat start to the day in Islip as well at just 35 degrees. There is a frost advisory for the east end of Long Island, parts of coastal Connecticut, and in central and south Jersey. Middlesex, Monmouth, Ocean, and Mercer County, they're all under frost advisories until 8 a.m., so about an hour and a half until that expires. And from there, we warm up nicely. A sunny start to our Friday morning before high clouds stream in. At times, that'll filter the sunshine today as a noticeable breeze picks up. But temperatures are so comfortable that I don't think you mind any of that. Our highs today are even milder than yesterday in the mid to upper 60s. And if you think that's good, wait until tomorrow as our highs hit the 80-degree mark. Now, the downside to your Saturday, it's breezy and it's mostly cloudy. And the second half of the day swings through a few showers associated with a cold front. But it's warm enough tomorrow that nothing's going to keep you inside. By Easter Sunday, yes, we drop back about 10 or so degrees, but that keeps us above the seasonal average in the upper 60s. So all good for Easter egg hunts on Sunday, and tomorrow great as well. It's nice weekend forecast all starts today. You see the clouds moving in, but temperatures land in a really pleasant place. I'll have the full weekend forecast for you coming up. But Heather, how's the Friday morning commute looking?
Well, Good Friday is usually a pretty cool. Full speed ahead with one of New York City's most exciting annual events. Thousands will be heading to the Javits Center starting today for the New York International Auto Show.
Yes, they are. And you know who's already there? Before the crowds? Janice, you have been showing us all kinds of vehicles. What do you got for us now?
Okay, so I want to point out that this is the 125th year of the New York International Auto Show. And so there's a lot of, you see that history theme, right, throughout the years. And I want to show you this. This is actually NYPD's vehicles throughout the year. Take a look at this one. I mean, this isn't even in the same color we generally see. So it's like a green and a black, and we were for purposes. And the city has a goal of bringing their entire fleet of TLC vehicles and switching them over to EVs by the end of 2027. So the purchase of these recent ones, the 16 new ones, will bring them to about 50% of their goal. But okay, so I mean, I just had to show you that because this is a piece of history. But I'm going to have photographer Marvin just kind of show you around here. I mean, it is incredible. We have spent the time in between our live shots just going from car to car and talking about some of them. You can see the engine and I mean, take a look. And this one, I know I said earlier that I had a favorite car, the Cadillac, the Cadillac Escalade. This one, I think I like more.
I think I agree with you on that, Janice. That is adorable. That is adorable.
Look how pretty the color is. Right?
Is that like from the 60s?
It's like the green, blue. I'm not sure. I wish they had years for when these cars were a thing, but this is gorgeous. I will take that one, please.
It's so mod. I could see you with like white
guys.
go-go boots and a little mini skirt in that Porsche.
Yes.
Yeah.
Vision.
Mm-hmm. Right?
I love it.
Right?
I love everything about that.
Right? Me too. And we were trying to figure out those police cars you were showing us earlier. We were talking about that, we think from the 70s maybe?
Yeah, you know, you made me think of like the classic cop movies like Serpico, where those vehicles from like the early 70s.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Very cool.
I'm sure some of our viewers will be able to tell us exactly what year those are from.
We need help with the year.
Back to that Porsche and you and those white go-go.
Yeah, it's a good image.
I want to keep thinking about.
I love
All right, thanks so much.
I'm gonna have to take this one home with me, guys.
Watch her. Yeah, you need to watch her really closely, that Janice. Thank you.
Thanks, Janice. And we invite you to tune in tomorrow for our 1-hour special In the Fast Lane. Lee Goldberg, Ryan Field, and Brittany Bell take us inside the auto show. It airs tomorrow night at 7 right here on Channel 7 and streaming on ABC 7 NY.
Somebody else I could see in that get up.
Yeah.
Let's send it over to summer right now. Without further ado, Dani Beckstrom.
I'm in no position to say no to that, okay?
A Porsche and some white go-go boots?
Right. I'll just take the car. White go-go boots sound hard to walk in. I can barely walk and talk at the same time as it is. But that car is too fabulous. Let's get you outside on this Friday morning. 50 degrees in the park, 30 in Morristown. There is a wide range in temperature as we start our Friday morning. But no matter how chilly it feels this morning, just give it a few hours. This afternoon is spectacular. We're starting sunny. High clouds do stream in this afternoon and evening, and the breezy wind will pick up as well. But check out those temperatures. Even with the cloud cover moving in, temps warm to the mid to upper 60s today. Will end up a few degrees milder than yesterday. So it puts us a touch above the seasonal average, but it's nothing compared to what's coming tomorrow. Great day to get outside for your Friday, even better for your Saturday. It will look different. Mostly cloudy skies for tomorrow, a noticeable breeze, and there is a spot shower chance the second half of Saturday. All that being said, with highs in the 80s, no matter how much cloud cover is outside, you want to get out and enjoy it. We do expect that front to bring in cooler conditions for Sunday, but even with a drop in temperature of more than 10 degrees, we stay above the seasonal average for Easter. So all good in this weekend forecast. I'll have the details in the full AccuWeather forecast coming up. But Heather, are things getting busy on the road?
Yes, they certainly are. And we'll talk with Pedro Pascal and Sigourney Weaver about their upcoming movie In a Galaxy Far, Far Away. Eva Pilgrim is live in Tokyo for us this morning. It's coming up right here on GMA.
Wow.
Dani, please say there's some nice warm weather in our forecast. Please, please, please.
Just because you requested it, Rebecca, how about 80s tomorrow? That's my gift to you.
Hell, this is good.
Yes.
Thank you, Dani. I appreciate you and everything you do for us.
Listen, I know it was a tough week. The kids were at home. The kids were off school for spring break. I'm just trying to deliver some outdoor weather for the parents this weekend so you can get the kids outside.
It is a gift. It is a gift. Thank you,
We'll see you guys in about 12 minutes coming up on Good Morning America. Rebecca, want to get you outside on this. Friday morning because it really is such a great forecast for our Good Friday. Starting at 50 degrees and sunny skies in New York City. Does it get better than that? Yes, it does, because this afternoon we're in the mid to upper 60s with a little bit of sunshine. No, I want to start on Long Island because not everyone's seeing the mild conditions this morning. Quite a range in temperature on the island. Look at West Hampton at 26 degrees, 36 for Hampton Bays, where Roslyn's in the mid 40s. We're just above the freezing mark in Fairfield County and Greenwich and Danbury. So some spots need the winter coats this morning, but we're peeling off the layers this afternoon as our highs hit the 70s in some of our interior spots. 32 for Andover, 44 in Newark and Belmar, 50 in the park. But this is where we're heading. You see those low to mid 70s for our inland spots. But I want to zoom back into Suffolk County because our south-facing shores have a southerly wind today, and that'll keep temperatures just a touch cooler. So although we are seeing warm temperatures in some areas, it's not necessarily a beach day for Long Island. Montauk in the upper 50s today. Quogue, same story. Fire Island, low 50s. So some spots do stay cool, but at least we get the sunny skies and that continued warming trend into tomorrow. The frost advisory has been allowed to expire early in central and south Jersey, but it hangs on until 8 a.m. out east. Makes sense considering some spots are in the 20s this morning. But again, no matter how cool you are this morning, this afternoon does feel much more comfortable, even for the areas that stay in the 50s today. High pressure and control. We're waiting for some of those high clouds to stream in, and a breezy wind picks up for the second half of the day. So we are watching some changes in the way it looks as compared to yesterday, but feeling just as good, if not nicer. You see those temperatures mid to upper 60s for the metro area, low to mid 70s for inland New Jersey and parts of the lower Hudson Valley, a little cooler on the island and coastal Connecticut. Cloud cover continues to stream in for the second half of your Friday, and mostly cloudy conditions take us overnight into tomorrow morning. A very mild start to our Saturday. And if we start in the 50s and 60s, you know it's a warm day. Tomorrow's highs end up in the 80s, so even with the mostly cloudy conditions and the breezy wind, it's still warm enough to support those outdoor plans. Some spot showers swing through the second half of Saturday associated with a cold front. That knocks us more than 10 degrees into Sunday. But considering how warm we are tomorrow, Easter Sunday stays above the seasonal average, even with the drop in temp. Here's a look at the hour by hour today. Sunny skies to start. High clouds move in the second half of the day as a breezy wind picks up. Temperatures in the city, mid to upper 60s, a little cooler for south-facing shores, but warmer the further inland you move. Tonight, mostly cloudy and very mild tomorrow. Warm and mostly cloudy as well. Highs in the low 80s, more than 15 above normal. That leads us into a really nice Easter Sunday.
So we had the Van Wyck. It was closed south right near Linden Boulevard. Newscapter 7 is up above, and John Del Giorno is showing. Back over to my maps, and I'll tell you how that delay is looking. 46 minutes to go, only 5 miles, so you're averaging 6 miles.
miles per hour. Deegan, north, Fordham Road. This accident still being cleared. Looks like a light pole was taken out over here. Police are on the scene. Looks like we need some work over here on that tire. So the Deegan is a jam-packed ride this morning as a result of that. FDR Drive south, 71st Street. That is an accident. So you can see how slowly that traffic is moving along the FDR Drive. We have alternate side of the street parking rules suspended. The metered rules are in effect, and we'll be back right after the break.
The animal, turns out it had slipped out of a trailer before trotting down Kisco Avenue. Officers were able to wrangle the alpaca and reunite it with its owner.
Okay, now that's definitely a first for me.
That is a first.
We've seen a lot of things. We've seen a lot of things. We've seen a lot of things.
An alpaca.
Yikes.
Love it. All right.
6:55. Coming up, a final check of weather and traffic when we come right back.
We know.
Yoinks. Remember when he said things were good at like 6? Aye. Temperatures right now, 30s and 40s. It is a chilly start to our Friday morning in many of our suburbs, but don't worry, give it a few hours. Sunny skies are filtered by high clouds at times as a breezy wind picks up this afternoon. But let's talk temperature. That's the main message today. Highs are in the mid to upper 60s in the city. A little cooler for south-facing shores, but interior New Jersey could even see highs in the 70s. And if that's not warm enough for you, wait until tomorrow. Our highs jump to the low 80s for our Saturday under a mostly cloudy sky. A few spot showers tomorrow night with cooler conditions Easter Sunday, but beautiful holiday weekend. Charlene and Tanya?
Oh, I hope everyone enjoys a nice one. You gave us a good forecast there.
Very good.
That's it for us. I'm Charlene Ellicott.
And I'm Tanya Rivera. We'll
Brago Garcia, since being held in El Salvador, head shaved and shackled, as he met with Democratic Senator Chris Van Hollen.